Now I have a machine gun. Ho, ho, ho. Well, no, don't really have a machine gun, and luckily for everybody watching, I do not have any more bad Hans Gruber impressions. But what I do have is episode 2 of Breakwater Point. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Brad here. Hope you all had a great holiday. And today we are looking at the continuation of Breakwater Point's water park, Tsunami Bay. When we last looked at the park, it was kind of looking a little something like this, and now it's looking a little bit more like this. Yes, the water park has grown exponentially, almost bigger than I was kind of originally planning, but such is the game sometimes. I knew that this part was going to have to be quite a bit bigger than the other one just because of the original idea I had for it. So, yeah, that's why it is a little bit bigger than we expected. That's what she said. Start off with just some more of the basic pools. You got your bigger wave pool here. Another little pool here with some extra logs. That's not a log flume. That's a body flume. Body flume, big raft flumes. Some more over here. Some more over here. Another pool here. We're going to have our changing stations and bathrooms and stuff right up front by the entrance with some more the drying stations. It's a bigger one just because this is going to be the more populated area. We got some private, what do you call these? Bungalows, I think is what they would be called. Stationed around the park or the pools that you can rent. Got some here, some more over here, some more here. We're going to have our grab and go kind of gift shop type thing. It's not as big as the other ones, but that's okay. I didn't want it to be since this is going to be a more heavily foot traffic kind of area, so I wanted to keep it a little bit smaller. But you got your Splash Emporiums, your Mementos, some more Hats Fantastic. Over here, we're going to have like the cafe food area. As you can tell, this building is not completed yet, but that's because I have something special in mind for this one, which we'll see in the next update. Some more of the little gazebo, whatever you call it, bungalow things here. I did drop in some of the new flat rides that we just got in the DLC pack. So we got the Whirlpool, which is not necessarily a water ride, but kind of themed around water. So I figured that would be a good fit inside the water park. And this new, I think it's called the 540, which, I don't know, it doesn't seem like a very realistic ride, but, I mean, come on. They're riding surfboards, so it had to go in. So, naturally, I named it Surf's Up, dude. Not a whole lot going on in here, really, to update, other than the obvious gigantic eyesore, the river rapids. Don't usually build these because honestly I think they're kind of boring, but I felt like something like this was needed to kind of more or less border off the park or the water park from the rest of the main park. And I didn't want to just wall it in, so I thought, oh, the river rapids would serve quite well for that need. So it's going to be full of a lot of water effects and theming and scenery and whatnot, so it won't be as boring. But you come right out of the station, up the first hill, drop down a little bit, and just kind of meander around. Another decent little drop, some more meandering, up another hill, which is going to be double as the the second main entrance for the water park itself right here. Drop down in a little splash, drop down, meander around. I did kind of play around with the utilities. They're not actively hooked up because I have that turned off, but I was just messing around with them to kind of see what they looked like and try to add a little bit more touch of realism to the water park. Not quite sure if this is going to stay in here or not. Once I start dropping scenery in and everything else, if it fits, I'll keep it. If not, I might remove it, but just wanted to see how it fit with the rest of the water park, and yeah, give it a little more touch of realism. So we continue up into our biggest, I think this is the biggest drop of the rapids anyway. It spins around, meanders, drop into the big drop, turns around, comes up another hill, drops down slightly, spins around the 540. We'll have another smaller entrance themed right there. Comes just kind of works his way around the river, not doing a whole lot. Drops down, comes into the offload station, and yeah, that's pretty much the river rapids. I said these are kind of boring to me, so I don't usually ever build them, but I'm gonna deck it up with some triggers and lots of scenery and theming just to bring it to life a little bit more. But that is the base for what this part of the park is going to be. So I've got a lot of work ahead of me, so I might as well stop talking and get building. So I will see you in just a second. All right, well, that definitely took a lot longer and more work than I expected it to. Um, I did get a little bit behind on my build schedule, what with the holidays and everything, but I think I can officially say Tsunami Bay is done, and I can finally move on to what I've really been wanting to build and what you probably all want to see, and that's some roller coasters. Now, before I take you down into the park to look around, I do have a special guest joining me who wanted to help me with this, so go ahead and say hello.
Hello.
This is my daughter, and she's going to be coming on the little Tsunami Bay tour with us real quick. You ready?
Yes.
All right. So we'll just start right here with the secondary, almost more primary entrance to the water park itself. Um, got this cool little drawbridge. Expend. I can't talk. Why are you making me nervous, kid? You don't know. We got this little bridge crossing over this water feature with the tiki fountains. It crosses underneath the big mountain with the sign Tsunami Bay. We come in and boom, right there out of the gate. So much stuff to do. Um, as you can see, I did go through and deck out everything a little bit more with the tree work and the rock work. I was going to go and get fancy and do some custom supports on the water slides, but I got behind on schedule, like I said, so we're just gonna have to live with the in-game. It is what it is. I did build some custom stuff on the platform, so that is what it is. It works. It does its thing. Um, I went through and kind of added a little bit more detail to the private bungalows that you can rent through some of the lighting on, and I went through and numbered them all, so when you do rent one, you're not just randomly picking one. You'll get a sign. You know where it's at. This set would be a little bit more expensive as they're going to be a prime spot to have. Um, the next set over here is still kind of nice, but a little less prime because it's on the smaller pool. And then this set right here would be the low end ones to rent just because they're kind of just stuck on this pool, which probably won't get a lot of use outside of the people on the slides, but either way, you've got a nice little shady spot you can rent and enjoy, get out of the sun. Um, when we talked last, I mentioned I was going to do something fancy with the food court here, and I decided to turn it into a little mini volcano. I was going to put a sign on it and call it Magma Cafe, but I didn't really think it was necessary. So it's just a volcano where you can get food, and every minute or two, it erupts with some fire, kind of like the volcano over here. Yeah, that is the Magma Cafe. Went through and added all the seating like we would need. Lots of sun chairs and benches to relax on. Came through and decked out the flat rides a little bit more so they're not just plopped down. They're a little bit more incorporated at this point. The whirlpool and obviously, oh my god, trees in the way. Trees in the way. We're blind. The same for Surf's Up Dude, just kind of incorporated it a little bit more into the background. We got some more of the towers for the slides, which this one's a little bit more bulky, I guess is a word for it. I just built this one up a little bit more because it is taller and heavier duty slides. I did name this one Typhoon Tower, and I was going to put a sign on it, but I just didn't like the way it looked, so I threw a bunch of squiddies on it instead just to give it some character. What, you like the squiddies?
Yeah.
Yeah. Same with this one. Some custom supports on the platforms. Not on the slides like I was going to do because just no, we're not going to do that, are we?
Yeah, not doing that.
Not doing that. Nope. I don't think this was in here last time. I did throw in another plot of bathrooms just because there's a lot of people here and you got to have a lot of toilets, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No peeing in the pools, right?
No.
No peeing in the pools.
Yeah.
And then obviously the big eyesore of this part of the park is the rapids, which I completely themed up with rocks and trees and all that stuff. I added some water splash stuff in it, which we will take a ride on here in just a couple minutes. It's a long one, so if you don't want to watch it, I don't blame you, but we're still going to take a ride anyway, just because it's part of the park and this video needs a POV as well.
Yep.
Yep. Speaking of the river rapids, I did throw in just a basic little loading station. Not much, really. It just does what it needs to do. It's simple, it's basic, but that's okay. And then I kind of built up a very small, basic maintenance platform at the exit station with the staff walkway and whatnot. So they'll have access to the rafts if ever needed. And then right off of the exit station, I put another block of body dryers because, yes, this ride you will get off soaking wet.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Then that is about everything I added since I started the video. I did go through and add some more scenery around Hang 10 just to kind of bring it to life a little bit more. I'll do an updated POV towards the end of the park itself just so we can see what it looks like with all the trees added. I completed the don't dive fencing around the lower parts, added some more trees, and just kind of filled it up and brought it up to life a little bit more.
Yep.
So that is about it for my update on this video. I can't think of anything else to really show you. It's pretty simple, pretty basic stuff. So I think that's going to wrap it up for this one. I hope you all had a great holiday. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you again in the new year with episode 3 and probably a roller coaster.
Yep.
Should we do a roller coaster next?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I am Bread. Thanks for stopping by. If you haven't yet, please hit like and subscribe so that you can keep up to date with my videos and my Planet Coaster content.
And I'm Ripley.
Oh, yes, you're
Yep.
Ripley. All right. You want to go take a ride on the river rapids?
Yeah.
All right. We'll see you there in just a second. Really quick, as I was recording the POV for the river rapids, I totally forgot that in the first episode I mentioned that there was going to be a place in the water park where you could get a adult beverage to enjoy in the hot tub while you're trying to relax. And I forgot to show you that I did indeed add a little bar type thing. Obviously there's no alcohol in the game, so it's just soda and stuff, but we have to use our imagination. But I did add that, and this is the Tipsy Tiki. So the adults that want to relax and enjoy a little quiet time at the hot tub can come grab your spirits and mixed drinks, your slushy margaritas, or your classic beers. If they want to enjoy that, they have the option. I threw all the fancy little mixed drink photos on the wall to kind of indicate that it was a bar. And yeah, we do have a place for the adults to grab an adult beverage. They can come do that at the Tipsy Tiki. All right. I don't think I forgot anything else, so let's go hop on the river rapids. Catch you in the next one. Thanks, guys.